It's Friday, June 26th. I'm Mike Rogers, and this is Comic Book Steals and Deals. Over at J. Scott Campbell's website today, he's advertising CGC books, some 10s actually, mostly 9.8s. But what I've linked is his Spider-Woman #1, the trade and the Virgin variant, his Black Cat, and his Catwoman 80th anniversary. Now, some of these are on pre-sale. They are expensive, but in any time that you can get directly from the artist, I always try to go that way. Over at Golden Apple Comics today, they have the Jason Fabok 3 Joker series. Now, they have 3 covers showing, all 1, 2, 3 showing 2 covers each. But if you go onto the second page, it'll all be linked there so you can see it. There are 3 unseen Jason Faboks, and they tell you what swipes they are. So these are all cover swipes, just his version of cover swipes. And the 3 that you can't see are number 4. So it looks like this is going to be a 4-issue limited series. Again, this is the 3 Jokers. And these are all $6.99 a piece. What I'm looking out for right now are the designer covers. You can get most of them. This is the Batman series. I think it's 92 through... I'm not even quite sure what the numbers are. 92 to 98. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to track down all the designer covers and a lot less than $45 a comic. That makes no sense. I did find it's not linked below, but it is linked in yesterday's video. I did find the designer cover for Punchline on Groundbreaking Comics for it's not cheap. I think it's like $50, but that one just sold out everywhere. And I found the Joker, that's over at Mighty Thorpe Comics, that designer cover for like $18.75. So grab that one. And then what I want to do is be able to get you all of those designer covers for like $20 or less. Because it's a great way to get that entire series. They're really good looking covers. They're very distinct. So I think it'd look like a really good series just to have with those covers. There's 1,000 covers for all of those, but those designer covers specifically I like. So I'm going to try to find inexpensive ones for all of those for you. Golden Apple still has the Bitter Root #8. Okay, inevitably this is going to sell out. It's been available forever. Maybe everybody's gotten one. But they have the Purple Rain. This is the Purple Rain cover. They have the trade at 15 and the Virgin variant at 20. Now the Virgin variant looks really cool, but you don't get that Purple Rain Bitter Root in the picture, so I'm kind of more partial to the trade on that. Again, they have number 9. This is the new Jack City poster. They have the Virgin variant for 20 and the trade for $3.99. I'm partial to the trade again because you get to see the actual movie poster. And then number 10, which is Juice Tupac poster. They're out of the Virgin variant, but they still have the trade, which is the movie poster. So I'm actually partial to the trade on all these. They're kind of almost a version of the hip hop variants that Marvel did that are heating up again. So I've already bought all of them. I did the Virgin on the Purple Rain, and then I did the trades on both the on 9 and 10. Their Momoko section, their feature Momoko section at Golden Apple cannot be beat. They have the best prices. They're constantly putting up books that they didn't have before and taking them down. If you didn't get the Teenage Mutant The Last Ronin by Peach Momoko, that comes up and down all the time. They've reposted the Yoda, they've reposted the Rey. That's the best selection of Peach Momoko on the web, and I've put that below. Over at Big Time Collectibles today at 5 p.m., they're going to have the Kael new sketch covers for TMNT 106. If you want to get an idea of what Kael News sketch covers look like, this is over at Big Time Collectibles. I've linked the Hive as well. You can see his sketches for The Last Ronin. The black and whites are all sold out, but the color is there. So the color is there, but I think that's him. I'm pretty sure that's not him and Alan Qua. Or Alan Qua. But Kael New, you can get his sketch cover of TMNT 106 today at 5 p.m. There's 300 with COA on these. I've linked where you can get it. I've linked Big Time Collectibles, but I've also linked a site where you can actually see these covers. It was in my email, but it's not visible on the site until it's available tonight. I found this today. I found this at Comic Exposure. I do not use Comic Exposure. But this came up, and I was like, oh, what is this? So The Walking Dead, The Alien Okay? Walking Dead the Alien was a story that was done only on World Beyond? No, sorry. It was a story that was only done on digital. I linked the website that it was on digital available from. They released this in a hardcover. It's available for pre-sale right now. So there's a hardcover of the story, The Alien, and this story is kind of saying that basically they let Robert K. Vaughn write an origin story of The Walking Dead, which involved aliens, and that's what this is. Now, on Comic Exposure, I saw that there was a pre-sale on the hardcover, and I was like, what the heck is this? Is this brand new? Is this what we're doing now with Walking Dead? Cool. It was like, no, this came out in 2018, but now they're releasing the hardcover. And then all of a sudden I noticed at Walmart there's a comic book, and it's an old comic book. There's a comic book version of this hardcover that's coming out. I found it at Walmart, and I found it at Shanahan Comics. Shanahan? Savannah Comics? I think it was Savannah Comics. Check it out. It's a wraparound cover. Make sure it's a comic book and not a book. That was a weird one. So that one came up. I know the hardcover is for pre-sale now. This was only available in... I've linked actually a video about this series because I was like, what the heck is this? So I linked all the information I could find about it so that you can see there's even a YouTube video in there. But they're releasing it in hardcover, and it sounds like it could be a great spin-off series. But as I was looking for this more information about the alien, I pulled up Walking Dead World Beyond. This is a new TV series that's coming out. So this is coming out on AMC. It says later this year. And this is about a group of teens who leave home to head out cross-country to find a man who can save the world. I wonder who that man's going to be. So this sounds great. This has nothing to do with the aliens. This is just a group of kids safe in a place that they've called home, leaving that safe place, going cross-country to find a man who they think can save the world. This is basically the premise of the original Walking Dead that I liked. That this Walking Dead, now I watch it because my buddy and I watch it, but it's horrid. It's terrible. The old Walking Dead, go back and watch season 1 of The Walking Dead. You'll be blown away. You're like, this is The Walking Dead? This is amazing. It's awesome. It's no longer awesome. They let all the, I'm almost positive that they let all the out-of-work soap opera writers come to work for Walking Dead and just inject drama, inject minutes and minutes of people talking. Yeah, horrid. But this sounds like the old Walking Dead, the good Walking Dead. So, very cool. And let's see what happens with the comic books with this. Because it feels like, to me at least, the alien thing, I don't know. This was kind of like Brian K. Vaughan was given the Walking Dead and he was able to do this digital thing that they released in a book. So who knows what's going to happen with this. This Walking Dead World Beyond is happening. So who knows if there's going to be a comic book about that. Negan Lives is still out there, but I think that's sort of like the link between what is the old Walking Dead and the new Walking Dead, and I think we really need to grab that book if you can. It's still $4.99 at Amorphous Inc., I think. $3.49. $4 something at Amorphous Inc. But again, that's coming out later this year. Check that out. Comic Exposure. I put some links I left some links for that Alien too, as well, so you could find that. Over at Scorpion Comics, they have the Clayton Crain Venom 26, 1995. They're the only people who have it. Check it out. Over at Amorphous Inc., they have the Samurai of Oz #1. Now, this is a cover swipe of Detective Comics 1000, Harley Quinn, with a gorgeous blue grip background. Pink trade. Love the trade better than I like the Virgin variant on this one. It's a cover swipe of that cover. Now, Samurai of Oz, Peach Momoko just did she's doing #3. And you can get it today. 2 or 3 she's doing. But you can get that today at 4 o'clock at Sad Lemon Comics, Slab City, and 789, all in the UK. And yeah, so I don't even know if they're going to be available over here. So Peach Momoko was part of a Kickstarter program that was about this book, okay? And that Kickstarter program ended. This is the book. Her book from that Kickstarter program is now available at Sad Lemon Slab City in 789. If you're interested to see what that other samurai, what this series is, go to Amorphous Inc. You can see this awesome cover that they have for the series, $15.99. This is a cover book. Unless this is like a really awesome character, but it feels like Patriotica to me. There's naughty covers of this, so it's just. But when Peach Momoko does stuff, it brings attention to things, and people give it a little bit more of a critical eye than they would if it didn't have a Peach Momoko. I think Peach Momoko actually brings people to those stories to read those stories because they just want the covers. So who knows? But that is available today at 4 o'clock. Over at El Rey Comics, they have stuff left over from a while ago. And so they have the Marika Andolfo Unsacred. This is an Andolfo Klimt swipe, the Kiss. This thing's beautiful. Unsacred does not have any beautiful covers to it. This is a beautiful cover, $3.99. You can put this cover on any comic book and it'd be gorgeous. Marika Andolfo nailed it, and I didn't even know it was an Andolfo Klimt. That's funny. They also have Batman Beyond 40, the variant cover for $3.99, and 42, the variant cover for $3.99. I know Batman Beyond 40 is a big issue. I don't know anything about 42. They have Gwen Stacy's Ass #1 by Ji Hung Lee for $3.25. I think it's just called Gwen Stacy #1, but the cover is the introduction of Gwen Stacy's ass to the Marvel Universe, so check that out. Over at Hive Comics, they have No Heroine from Frank Gogol. The metal cover of the Virgin variant on that for $299.99. This came up and sold out immediately in the metal cover. They have the Cold Dead Hands, which I never even saw coming or going. They have it available today, the metal cover for $79.99, Virgin variants on both of those. Mighty Thorpe Comics today, as always, use the code CBSD10, Comic Book Steals and Deals 10 for 10% off your total order every day. Comic Book Daily Deals today, they have comics for $1. And I'm not talking Cruddy Bucks for $1, I'm talking like Year Zero, #1 for $1. Crazy books. Last I checked, they had Dr. Afra one for $1. Check it out. Love this site. 10% off this week's releases, 25% off final orders, and 15% off pre-orders. Awesome site. Check it out. Don't forget to use that code CBSD10. Get 10% every day. They also have Funko Pops, and they have San Diego Comic-Con 2022 toy exclusives. San Diego Comic-Con would have started like a week from now or 2 weeks from now. I think it's a week from now. And there's this huge toy show that goes on at goes on at San Diego Comic-Con that basically it's all these toys that are never available to anybody. So the only place they have to sell them is online. So we're not running to a table to try to get these. We just have to know the websites they're going to appear on. So I'm going to keep my eye out for that. But this is the best year that you have to get every San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that ever exists, because they're going to be online and you're not going to be trying to go to 1,000 tables at once. You can go to 1,000 websites in about 5 minutes. Just saying. It's a great opportunity to get all those exclusives this year. Over at JL Collectibles on JL Collectibles, this is my trusted eBay store for you. They have the Samurai of Oz, the censored version of the one that I'm showing you at Amorphous Inc. today for $34. Looks like $34.95. It could be $39.95. I have pretty bad handwriting. On the shipping from JL Collectibles, it's going to be $4.95 or nothing at all. That's what I've seen across the board. And that's for a book. You'll have to see on multiple books. But again, they have the Samurai of Oz #1. This is the cover swipe of the Harley Quinn Detective Comics 1000 that I love. It's a gorgeous comic. This is the naughty for, I believe, $34.95. It could be $39.95. They have the Shannon Mare Catwoman. No, the Natalia Sanders Catwoman. The 80th anniversary. This is the trade that sold out. 80th anniversary trade at $49.88. For some reason, I thought that was a Virgin variant. Take a look at that. See what I linked below. They also have Spider Ghost number 8. This is the Peach Momoko for $16. That's the lowest you're going to see that anywhere. Sleeping Beauty 1, the Momoko, the Virgin variant for $59.95, which is sold out everywhere else. Now, yesterday I reported that there were some preliminary reports on Sleeping Beauty that was unreadable because of the lettering, and that it was very disappointing. I hope that the covers are gorgeous. The number 1 that Peach Momoko did for Sleeping 1 and number 2 are like matching sets. They're beautiful. If you like her work, you might want to pick these up anyway, even if the story's no good. And Stephen King has a tough record with... This is his son's story. I don't think it's his, but he has a tough record with things translating well into comic books. Not Joe Hill, Stephen King. So check out JL Collectibles. They're my trusted site. He's got sold out comics. He's got the newest, hottest comics. I picked him because he has the most competitive prices anywhere, and he's great on shipping. He's someone you can trust on eBay. Now that eBay, because I call it the secondary market, eBay is no longer becoming a secondary market. If you did as much business on eBay as I did, it is the most professional place in the world now, and I think what's happening is a lot of retailers, a lot of people who would, in other ways, would open a website or would start a website, which is expensive, or would sell things on eBay anyway, but not with wouldn't use their business name to do it. It's just eBay has become a lot more legitimized. The people that I talk to are business people on eBay, so it's eBay's not going to be. It's going to be difficult to call eBay the second market because there are legitimate retailers only operating on eBay, kind of like how people operate on Facebook. I hate it when people operate on. I mean, everybody does now. Now I'm used to it. I can't really complain about it anymore because everybody does business on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, annoyingly going through all the comic book communities, enjoying, you're behind the times, which is sad. You would think it's all on. It would all be on Instagram, but comic book stores historically have never been quick to change nor accepting of technology. You would think, like the computer geekhood and the comic book geekhood would cross paths, but they don't really, or that's something that the computer person. There might be a computer person who's a comic person as well, but that computer person does that stuff for work and comic stuff for play and doesn't want to mix the two. Because then it's a job. Let's see what else we got here.